We News is being brought to you in part by Nigel Arakan Booksellers, Flowerline and the NLCB.
Good evening and welcome to We News on Gayelle, the channel. I'm Cindy F. Daniel. There was considerable relief when the station diary containing the report of the kidnapping of Neil Ramsubag was found yesterday after it was reported that it had gone missing over the weekend. It brought into perspective the fact that the lack of technological advancement in the police service could be a deterrent to the solving of crimes. Acting Commissioner of Police James Philbert spoke with us today about steps the police service have already taken in order to move the force into the 21st century.
We are looking to avoid in the past where there is tampering and loss and the whole question of disclosure, where we are now being called upon to keep records for a number of years. Considering too that it works well if you look at the ecosystem in terms of the question of paper and then recycled paper and storage, which is something of a health and safety issue. But the mail, a lot of most of the mail, the process has already started, and there are a number of registers have been done away with because the old system of recording did not allow us to do the scientific approach to crime management that we do now. So we have done away with a lot of them. The last part of this really is this diary, which is something that we have to work to remove, But a lot of the registers are already gone, and methods of recording, a lot of the methods of recording are now by computer. Not that we haven't done anything, we have done a lot. And we have to phase things out in a particular way. And as well, as you were mentioning, the licensing office now coming on stream. And that would be an excellent thing for us because we have long said that we want to have available to us records from that institution anytime of day and night, correct records.
Commissioner Philbert also spoke with us about some of the steps he would like to see the current government make in order to aid the police in establishing a more efficient network between stations and officers.
We have always sort of struggled with the core question of available resources. And I would like, this administration is speaking of things in a very progressive way. And I would like to see things made available to put to the police service as they are required, and they are needed and to have the confidence and invest in the police service and the police officers. That is something serious. You have to have confidence in your people and invest in them so that you get the best out of them. I think that will go a long way in lifting the morale of the police service and getting things done. So many times we have, you would know that that's how things are. You're short of the manpower. We have to draw a new box and think outside of that to get exactly what we want to get there, or else we are always going to be stuck with those challenges that face us.
Now, what kind of technologies would benefit the police force and make a difference to their capacity to fight crime? We spoke to security advisor to the Prime Minister, Gary Griffith, about some of the possibilities.
What we intend to put is a National Security Operating Center. And this, again, is 21st century crime fighting, whereby through the use of a coordinating center, you have GPS tracking on police vehicles. GPS tracking on police vehicles can assist in two ways. It will ensure that the police vehicles will remain in their areas of responsibility. It will also ensure that the police headquarters, that unit that will be getting the distress calls, will be able to analyze which police vehicles will be in closest proximity to that distress call. Technology will also entail the laptops in police vehicles, where the police officers can now utilize through the laptops and that linkage with the National Security Operating Center. They will be able to pinpoint, understand situations of just through someone's ID card. You will be able to know if that person has a criminal record, if he's wanted for questioning or anything like that. Similar to the police, the license plates of vehicles. It will involve all police stations having that computerized link with the operating center, so they'll be able to have a faster knowledge of incidents in case there's a situation in an area all police stations can now be made aware of. They will be on the lookout for certain things. They themselves now will have, through technology, through that communicational link, liaise with the relevant police vehicles who are on patrol within their area of responsibility. So it involves getting information, turning that information into intelligence, and then ensuring through that intelligence you can have a proper operational plan. So the technology will go through that whole link from information to successful operation.
News of sexual abuse at the St. Mary's home in Tacarigua has again raised concerns about the mistreatment of children at state-run and private institutions. We News spoke with Gayelle family member Verna St. Rose Greaves, special advisor on children's advocacy issues, about what the plans of this new government are to manage or oversee the country's care facilities for children.
I think the Children's Authority has to be fast-forwarded and put in place as a matter of urgency, because that will give the framework, the context, the authority, the right to supervise, to enter, to look at all the children's homes, to deal with any place of safety where children will be lodged, and to ensure that they're protected and cared for according to certain set standards. It would also deal with the training of people and screening of people, the employment of people who would work in those homes, and will set standards of care that people must adhere to, and would allow for visits and a kind of oversight that would kind of keep things in check and make sure that delivery of services are of a quality that we can be proud of and that would protect children.
She also spoke with We News about whether or not enough is being done to help children who were found to be victims of abuse.
I am sure that there would be some kind of intervention, but I know that there is not sufficient intervention at all levels across the board in the society, save and except perhaps if you can pay. I think there is a need for a lot more people trained to treat with trauma, to treat with counseling, to treat with children who are in care and their families. Because what has happened is, over the years, a lot of children are taken away and put into care, or have been abandoned and find themselves in care. And not sufficient attempt is made to find those families and to work with the families, or to even hold them accountable, because there are a lot of children in the orphanages who people may be willing to adopt, but who have not been freed for adoption, you know, because the follow-up has not been done. So there's a lot more that needs to be done.
We're taking a quick break, and when we come back, Brooklyn goes soca healthy. Stay with us.